I think the president choosing to do a lot of things unilaterally on immigration would be a big mistake. It's an issue that most of my members want to address legislatively, and it's like waving a red flag in front of a bull.
All right, that was the future Senate Majority Leader yesterday. Today, John Boehner, as we played in the previous segment, said that it would be playing with fire. Senator David Vitter joins us, Deputy Whip of the U.S. Senate and member of the Senate Committee on Armed Services. Hello, sir.
Great to be with you, Steve.
Well, thanks
for the invite.
It's my honor to have you. So talk about that. And then the president followed McConnell's comments at his press conference by saying, yeah, he's going to do it. If you guys don't like it, then give him legislation which would supersede it.
Well, I agree with McConnell and Boehner, and I would go a step further. It would not only be waving a red flag in front of a bull, playing with fire, it would also be shredding the Constitution, by the way, because this would clearly, absolutely clearly be going way beyond the president's authority under the Constitution. This would be acting contrary to all sorts of statutes that exist on the law. Presidents have significant powers, including executive authority, but they fill in the blanks of statutes. They can't do things contrary to statutes, contrary to law. That's what this would be doing.
So why are you the one saying it and not either of the other two gentlemen? And if he goes ahead and does it anyway, which he will, because he's unilaterally changed the law, the Obamacare law, time and time again. What does it do? I mean, for cooperation and going forward with this president?
Well, it kills any prospect of that sort of discussion and cooperation on a whole host of issues. And we're going to have to really have a clear, aggressive plan in terms of reacting strongly to this, because I think it would be a serious, serious constitutional overstep.
Yeah, well, I couldn't agree with you more. All right, let me ask you this, the nuclear option. I'm a little confused. What do you think is going to happen? Where do you stand? This is something that Harry Reid imposed, and are the Republicans going to overturn it and go back to business as it was before, or are you guys planning on keeping it and giving them a taste of their own medicine, so to speak? Those are my words, not yours. Right.
Well, it really wouldn't be giving them a taste of their own medicine, at least for the foreseeable future, for the following reason. The rule change, the illegal rule change that Harry Reid pushed through was about executive nominations. So he lowered the bar for executive, not judicial, nominations, and some district court judicial nominations from 60 to a simple majority.
Right.
Now, we could say, fine, we'll give you a taste of your own medicine, but that's going to be for President Obama's nominations. So a lower bar for President Obama's nominations doesn't really hurt them. It continues to help them.
Right.
For that reason, and to get back to the best traditions of the Senate, I think we should go back to the old rules and go back to the spirit and tradition of the Senate, which focuses on open debate and an open amendment process.
Yeah, okay, good point there. On Ebola, Senator, I'd like to ask you about this. The president's going to ask for billions of dollars to fight Ebola, lots of that for Africa. Also, there's a report today at Forbes.com that the Associated Press and other news outlets have agreed. That's why, someone just asked me the other day, where's all the Ebola stories? I said, I don't know. I said, I know there's a guy in New York who's got it and he's in the hospital. Apparently, all media outlets, or many of them, have agreed under pressure from the Obama administration not to report on any more suspected cases of Ebola in this country, only on positive Ebola tests once the tests come back. Your view on that and your view on whether or not Obama will get all the money he's asking for?
Well, look, first of all, if any media outlets are taking orders or direction from any president, that's bad news for democracy. Secondly, I absolutely agree with attacking this epidemic at its source and sending plenty of reinforcements to attack it where it exists in Africa. But what has to go hand in hand with that is measures to contain it there, including significant travel restrictions. That combination is exactly what worked in the 1970s in a previous Ebola outbreak in Africa. There were significant quarantine restrictions and travel restrictions and that worked. And both of those things have to be done, again, hand in hand.
Let me ask you, Armed Services Committee, the Navy SEAL who has come forward claiming to have killed bin Laden and now he's in all kinds of trouble. What's your take on what he did, and should he be punished?
You know, I haven't really given that enough thought, and I don't know the specific law that exists and what commitments he signed as a member of the military, so I really need to understand that a lot more fully. Clearly, you know, there have to be protections for folks in those situations. I don't know if he overstepped his bounds or not.
Gotcha. Senator, pleasure to speak to you. I hope you'll come back, sir.
Absolutely, I'd love to. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Senator David Vitter, ladies and gentlemen, Deputy Whip of the U.S. Senate. Up next, it is the Malzberg panel. We got a lot to talk about. Don't go away.